Every detail in this case has been verified through court records, police body camera footage, 911 calls, and sworn testimony. On March 4th, 2022, downtown Albuquerque was moving through an ordinary Friday morning. Then, at 11:20 a.m., a single gunshot shattered the calm. Police arrived within minutes. A teenage boy lay dead in an alley behind Lindy's Diner. A single bullet had entered through his left eye and exited his temple. He was likely dead before he hit the ground. The victim was identified as 16-year-old Joshua Ruiz, known as Jay. He worked as a dishwasher at the diner and had only been there a few weeks. Witnesses said he'd been in and out all morning, his phone constantly buzzing. When detectives notified Jay's family, they learned something unexpected. Jay had gotten someone pregnant. The girl was 17-year-old Elizabeth Baldonado. Elizabeth told police she'd been with Jay earlier that morning. She also revealed something critical. Her brother, Angelo, didn't like Jay, and the two were supposed to meet that day for a fight. While officers comforted the family, Elizabeth's mother, 49-year-old Elizabeth Ortiz Chavez, made an unsolicited comment about a car she claimed had broken down earlier that morning. Detectives checked the location. The car wasn't there. Suspicion quietly shifted. During her interview, Chavez appeared calm, almost rehearsed. There was no visible concern that her son could be accused of murder. When detectives questioned Angelo, his account matched his family's. Then, Chavez abruptly stormed into the interview room and shut it down. Legally, she could. Angelo was a minor, but the manner mattered. It felt less like protection and more like prevention. Detectives believed she was stopping her son from saying something dangerous. With no legal path forward, investigators turned to what couldn't lie: the evidence. Text messages showed Chavez had arranged the fight between the boys. Messages between Jay and Elizabeth revealed their relationship was falling apart. Jay had made it clear he only wanted communication about their child. That exposed a contradiction. Elizabeth said Jay was with her until 10 a.m., but Jay's phone showed him texting a friend at 8 a.m., frustrated that Angelo hadn't shown up. Someone was lying. Another name surfaced: Gilbert, Elizabeth's older brother. Detectives began to suspect this wasn't just about two teenagers, but an entire family. Still, they were blocked. Elizabeth and Angelo were minors, and Chavez refused cooperation. When Elizabeth turned 18, detectives questioned her again. They confronted her with digital evidence, threats sent by her brother, inconsistencies surrounding the car. Elizabeth denied knowing anything and stood firmly by her family. There was no confession. Months passed. The case stalled. Then investigators discovered Chavez had claimed to file a stolen vehicle report. No such report existed. Phone records showed Gilbert had threatened Jay. The theory grew stronger, but theory wasn't enough. 76 days after the murder, investigators returned to the home. This time, they weren't there to ask questions. Digital evidence had reconstructed the timeline. The confrontation wasn't accidental. It was facilitated. Chavez grew defensive, acknowledged tensions, then shut down completely. Investigators warned her that silence wouldn't protect her. She didn't cooperate. 1 month later, the case finally broke. Cell phone tower data placed Angelo's phone at the murder scene at the exact moment Jay was shot, destroying his alibi. On June 15, 2022, police arrested Angelo for murder. In jail, Angelo never admitted pulling the trigger. He told his sister he hadn't fired the gun. Detectives kept listening. Then, on May 2, 2023, police received a critical 911 call. A woman reported conversations with Gilbert Baldonado. Gilbert revealed the truth. Chavez and Angelo went to confront Jay together. When Jay tried to pull a gun, Chavez shot him first. Gilbert was furious that his brother was taking the fall. Detectives reconstructed the full sequence. Elizabeth's pregnancy had strained the relationship. Chavez organized what was supposed to be a fistfight. Instead, she drove there herself and killed Jay. When police focused on Angelo, Chavez allowed it. He was a minor. She believed he'd receive a lighter sentence. The evidence destroyed her story. She wasn't at the laundromat. No stolen vehicle report existed. Her sons weren't home. On May 5, 2023, police arrested Elizabeth Ortiz Chavez. At her detention hearing, prosecutors described her as cold and manipulative, willing to let her own child sit in jail. They revealed another discovery: 23 images of child sexual abuse found on her device. She was denied bond. In January 2025, Chavez pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. On May 1, 2025, she was sentenced to 18 years in prison. Angelo pled guilty to conspiracy and remains in custody until age 21. A teenager is dead, a son was sacrificed, and a mother's calculation is now part of the permanent court record.